Before we start, I really wonder how many of you watching this show remember Campa Cola or have tasted Campa Cola. Drop me a line on our social media handles if you have. But this is not the only brand that is being repackaged. Today, on top of the show, we're talking about another repackaging which is taking place in the state of Maharashtra, where Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde presented his first budget, and it's nothing short of an extension of his claim to the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray and representation of the real Sena. Nearly 600 crores of the budget has been dedicated to projects in the name of Shivaji Maharaj. This includes 300 crores for museums in Raigad, 250 crores on gardens depicting Shivaji Maharaj's life journey, special theme parks that will cost 50 crores. But the budget does not just focus on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. There is 351 crore rupees allocated for the Balasaheb Thackeray Memorial at Shivaji Park in Dadar. Balasaheb's medical clinics with free treatments have already been in practice in Maharashtra, but that number will be increased to 700 from 500. While the BJP has lauded it as a visionary budget, the Thackeray camp says it's just a repackaging of their schemes.
किसानों की सरकार है, ये कामगारों की सरकार है, ये महिला भगिनी की सरकार है, ये आम लोग ने करके दिखाया है और इसलिए हमारे बहुत ही अभ्यासु अर्थ मंत्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी का मैं धन्यवाद उनको देता हूँ, अभिनंदन करता हूँ। सभी लोगों का विचार करते हुए राज्य के सर्वांगीण विकास हेतु ये बजट पारित हुआ है।
They have not spoken anything for the youth, nothing concrete for the women force, except for the discount in the profession tax. But other thing, what type of infrastructure they are going to bring, like what projects they are going to bring, and through the projects, how much generation of job opportunities, that they have not spoken. They are not talking of income generation.
He has just given bits and pieces of some money to make people happy. A lot of slogans. He has announced something for every community in the state, every religious place, every historical place, all that. But with no plan when these memorials or when these plants will be ready. It takes almost a year to prepare a plan. So when will the money be spent? It's all just feel-good budget, nothing structural. Another important announcement made that Maharashtra's economy will reach $1 trillion level. It's a completely bogus and a false announcement.
Vishwas Pathak, spokesperson of the BJP, on my show this evening. I'm speaking with Krishna Hegde, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Shinde camp, Kishore Tiwary, Shiv Sena leader of the Thackeray camp. With me on the show today as is Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NPC. Welcome to all of you. Mr. Kishore Tiwary, I'll start with you and I'll just take off from Mr. Chavan's bite, which we were playing out, where he's saying, oh, they've given something to every community. So what? That's a good thing. Isn't it a good thing that they're taking forward the legacy of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? Isn't it a good thing that they're spending 351 crores on Balasaheb Thackeray's memorial in Shivaji Park? Even if it's your schemes, if they're recognizing and taking it forward, it's a good thing, isn't it?
Tamanna, the welfare scheme as a activity for the rural Maharashtra in Vidarbha, all welfare scheme, I should welcome it. But the infrastructural issues, the issues of the employment, the core issues of the agrarian crisis have not been addressed. Whereas the trillion economy and all these things, the state is going to the economic crisis. That has not been reflected. Where the money will come and the time space for this project. So, feel-good project, that's the Prithviraj Chavan says, really a feel-good project. But the core issues like there is a complete failure of Prime Minister Awas Yojana, then Amrut Yojana, then soil health card. There are a lot of issues, Mudra Yojana, then Ujjwala Yojana. And there are the core issues we were expecting they should be addressing it. The people are facing the economic crisis due to inflation and unemployment. So the
Okay, Vishwas
project,
Pathak, you have,
infrastructure
what
project,
about the people? These are all SOPs. What about the economic crisis people are facing in the state? What about something very solid and clear to plan for drought-hit regions in the state? We know what happens each and every year and how farmers suffer. Was this a
See, if you're talking
feel-good
about
budget,
farmers,
Mr. Pathak?
if you are talking about farmers, let me begin with farmers. In one of the 5 points, farmer was at forefront, and for farmers, each and everything is being given. Number one, the central government scheme, which is giving 6,000 rupees per month to the farmer, even state government is going to contribute 6,000 equally.
Vishwas,
Then about insurance,
instead of
premium will be
income
paid by
generation,
One
state
minute,
government.
तिवारी जी,
You have
1 minute,
shifted
ऐसे नहीं
for a
करेंगे.
subsidy.
1 minute, तिवारी जी ऐसे नहीं करेंगे. We'll speak one by one.
अरे मैं तमन्ना एक ही बात बोलना चाहता था कि
नहीं.
इनकम की बात करने वाले सब्सिडी
वो
डबल
आपकी
करने की
बारी
बात
जब
करने
आएगी
लगे.
तब आप बोल लीजिए. Let him finish because he heard you. Yes.
Kishore ji, let me complete. Without studying budget, you should not speak. I am speaking only after reading entire budget, yesterday's economic survey also. So for farmers, we are doubling their monthly income to 12,000. Then their insurance will be borne by the government of Maharashtra, and their waiver of loan is also being given to them. So as far as farmers is concerned, lot of things are given. As far as budget is concerned, see, Maharashtra is the largest economy in this country. Around 5 lakh crores budget is going to be presented by Maharashtra, out of which 30% will come from GST collection of the state, 30% from share from central government, around 13% from excise duty, 8% from stamp duty. So around 5 lakh crores revenue is going to come to the kitty of the Maharashtra. Now see how this money is going to be spent. Now this money is going to be spent for farmers, number one, then for women also. If you look at the schemes, lots of schemes, lots of encouragement is given for the girl child. At her birth itself, 5,000 rupees will be given. When she achieves first standard education, 4,000, and accordingly at the age of attainment of 18 years, she will be given 75,000 rupees. And likewise, for infrastructure also, there will be green energy for power
Sir,
sector.
how are you
wind
going to
and
be?
let me add
One
something.
minute. One
Let
minute.
me add
How are
something.
you going to
Tamanna,
be?
can I
How
come
are you
in?
going to be financing this? Do you know the deficit of the Maharashtra government?
I'll tell you, Tamanna.
I know that. If you're asking me, I'll tell you
One
that.
minute.
It is well
One
within the
minute.
norm of FRBM.
let me ask one thing.
It is
No.
2.5%.
Okay, one by one.
So fiscal
One by
deficit,
one. One by one.
fiscal deficit is not an issue. It is well within the norm of FRBM. It is 2.5%. So when the entire world is going through this recession and this kind of situation, Maharashtra is achieving 6.8% GDP growth.
So why a populist budget when you are still coming out of pandemic? Is it an economic,
Tamanna,
prudent budget? Is it a populist budget? Yes, Clyde Crasto wants to come in. Yes.
Tamanna, can you hear me, Tamanna?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Clive.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, for... Okay. So first and foremost, let me tell you, this is nothing but a big ticket budget, okay? Now, such big announcements are being made. I don't know where Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is going to get all the money from to fulfill this whole thing. I mean, looks like, he was campaigning for an election, with big ticket announcements and, larger than life picture that he's created. My point here is very simple. There are a couple of things that I want to say here. We already are in a deficit of about 16,000, crores that is happening right now. And with this, we could cross probably 1 lakh crores. And, if we are trying to say that, we are going to reach like $1 trillion economy in Maharashtra, I mean, who are these people trying to fool? My other point is, we were expecting for them, they spoke about farmers, they spoke about women. We were expecting them to make some announcement for this unseasonal rain where the crops have been damaged. The farmers are suffering. No announcements for that. The onion farmers are suffering. They're getting 2 rupees for their crop. some kind of relief for them. Nothing of that sort has been announced. You're talking about women and children. You're giving concession to women. There's not a single woman in the Maharashtra cabinet or the ministry. Our women and child development minister is a male. I mean, what kind of misogynist government is this? I mean, this kind of thing that is going on, and you talk about big ticket projects. How is it going to work? You are talking about, giving 75,000 jobs. In this whole budget, you're not talking about job allocation anywhere. You're talking about big infrastructure announcement projects and everything.
I'm going to get Mr. Krishna Hegde to respond to some of those questions that Clyde is asking.
30 seconds. In 30 seconds,
Please.
Tamanna.
Yes.
More than 50% of the projects that were announced by the MBA government, they stopped it. And before this budget, they had used less than 50% of the budget that was allocated earlier. And what they are doing is the same things. They're taking it forward by announcing new names. I mean, they are preparing for election.
If that is the case,
announce the election. We've been saying it.
You should be flattered, Clyde. You should be flattered if they're using your schemes of the MBA.
No.
Tamanna, can I come in?
Shiv and NCP both are very confused. They don't
1
know
minute.
what's
I'm
happening.
going to go to Krishna Hegde.
No, Vishwas Pathak,
I'm going to go to Krishna
Tamanna,
Hegde.
I would like to
And I
tell
want to
you
put the record straight.
that-
The revenue
Can I
deficit. 1
please
minute.
come in
Krishna
now?
Hegde will speak now. Yes, sir, I will pose the question to you though. And I just want to make it clear, the revenue deficit of Maharashtra is pegged at 16,112 crores. Fiscal deficit is nearly 95,500 crore rupees.
Yeah,
It is
that's
an
right.
issue, but again, not just with Maharashtra. Context. It is an issue with many states of the country. We always talk about the fiscal deficit of the center. The real problem is in the states, which is why state budget coverage is also important. Krishna Hegde, I want to come to you, not on the merits and demerits of the budget alone. I know you want to come in on some of the points that Mr. Tiwary and Mr. Crasto have made. What is the political messaging from the budget? By increasing, for example, the Bala Saheb Thackeray clinics, the money being spent on the memorial, the nearly 600 crore rupees on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj linked projects. What is the big political message that you're trying to push through? Is it that I am the real Shiv Sena?
Tamanna, it is not that whether we are the real Shiv Sena or no. We are the only Shiv Sena. Let me bring it very clear here. We are the only Shiv Sena. And we are the Shiv Sena who follow the ideology of Hindutva and who follow the ideology of Sammanya Balasaheb Thackeray ji. Secondly, let me tell you that Tiwari ji, 1 second, let me please complete. Secondly, what you said is that, Mr. Crasto was saying about the onions and all these problems. So let me tell you that the Honorable Chief Minister has already addressed all the district collectors, and I've asked them to give the factual and ground report on whatever the losses have been incurred by the farmers. And before the end of this assembly session, the farmers will be compensated. So this has been very clear that before this assembly session ends, the farmers...
Aren't you taking very lightly what the farmers are going through?
No, let me tell you
You're saying onions and all these problems?
No.
Their crops are worth nothing.
Grapes.
I would like to add
problems of onions, grapes and other crops which have been destroyed by the unseasonal monsoon. The district collector will take a ground report and give all the details.
Why was the district collector waiting till now under this Sarkar? What was the district collector waiting till now?
The unseasonal rains came only 4 days ago, and they have been advised 4 days ago.
I'm not talking only about unseasonal rains.
Yeah.
The problem with not getting the price for 1 minute, Mr. Hegde, please don't try to drown me out with your prepared response.
No,
you will get a full
prepared.
chance, but this is a conversation.
Very good.
This is a conversation. These rains happened 4 days ago. What about when onion farmers were getting 2 rupees for several hundred kilos of onions? What was the district collector doing then?
I think you got your facts wrong. The onion farmers were getting 7 rupees per kilo, and they wanted another 5 rupees per kilo. And if you see the retail cost of the onion, it is around 20 rupees a kilo. So please get your figures right first.
No.
Secondly,
so are you saying the onion farmers are not in distress? 1 minute. Are you saying the onion farmers are not in distress?
I'm saying they are in distress and they require more money, and the state government is giving them the more money. Before this assembly session concludes, we are announcing the package for them. Secondly, you were talking about the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray ji. Since we are the party who believes in his ideology and in his thoughts and beliefs, we have come to the people. regarding who is the Shiv Sena, we are the only Shiv Sena. And that has already been addressed. This issue has been addressed by the Election Commission. So there should not be any doubt over this matter anymore. And therefore, you cannot call us the Shinde faction. You have to call us the Shiv Sena.
Tamanna.
Your assistant says Shiv Sena, Mr. Hegde. Your assistant says Mr. Shiv Sena. But okay, let me get Mr. Tiwary from Uddhav Sena to respond to you.
You are putting Shiv Sena to Krishna Hegde and Uddhav Sena to me. We are in a apex court, Tamanna, and the apex court has to decide.
I have to go by what is
decided by the
I have to go by what is the authority saying at this point. Yes.
Though Tamanna,
and we already have
I
a symbol,
was
Tiwary
objecting
ji.
the Vishwas Pathak that you have double the cash subsidy. That is 6,000 from the center and 6,000 from the state. It is not an income generation at all. Instead of addressing the issue of a minimum support price, state also introduced
for the farmers.
1 minute. He's asking you a question. Let him ask his question. 1 minute. Mr. Vishwas Pathak is asking you a question. Allow him to ask a question. And then you can respond. But Mr. Tiwary, in my experience of asking questions, if they're short, specific and to the point only, then you get an answer.
I wanted to add one thing that instead of 1 rupee, the crop insurance scheme should have been a universal one. That is my and all welfare schemes.
Do you have a question for Mr. Pathak?
I welcome.
Do you have a specific pointed question for Mr. Pathak?
Tiwary ji doesn't have any question anymore. He's happy with the budget.
No. I am asking that minimum support price issue has not been resolved. That is
minimum support price issue has not been resolved. Yes, Mr. Pathak.
See, I was sitting in the assembly hall. I was watching this budget, and all these opposition MLAs were just helpless. They were just listening it and seeing that how this government can cover each and every aspect of the Antyodaya schemes. See, I'll tell you, this budget is really covering each and everything. As far as affordable housing is concerned, 10 lakhs houses are going to be constructed, and 12,000 crores has been
you will not in the government.
So that
next 3 years.
That will create jobs
next
also.
3 years. What
1 minute.
you did in the
Why are we talking over each other? 1 minute. 1 minute. Why are we talking over each other?
They have projected
as far as
for
environmental
next 3
measures are
years.
concerned,
1 minute. No, please, Mr. Tiwary, don't do this. This is not the decorum of this show. Please follow. See, Clyde is waiting patiently for his turn. Wait, Mr. Tiwary. When I asked you for a question, you had no question. Now you will wait. 1 minute. Mr. Tiwary, जब मैंने आपसे पूछा क्या कोई सवाल है, पॉइंटेड सवाल, आपने कोई जवाब नहीं दिया. अभी आप रुकिए, उनको बोलने दीजिए. Yes, Mr. Pathak.
As far as environmental issues are concerned, this government is committed for environmental measures like solar power, wind power.
Are you reading out the budget, Mr. Pathak?
This kind of tops are given
in this budget. Are you reading out the budget?
No.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. This is a promise in a pre-election year. It's a promised budget in a pre-election year. We all know how state budgets work in a pre-election year. ये है आपका time to say that we will do a whole list of things. We have to also focus on what is happening right now in the state of Maharashtra.
Tamanna, you're asking me?
Yes, Mr. Pathak. Wait, let Clyde come in. Let Clyde come in, then you can respond. Yes.
Tamanna, like you said, all these announcements are promises. What will happen in the future? But what is very important is what is happening to the farmers right now. The most important, the first aspect that you need to really look into is the unseasonal rains. The crops have been devastated. These farmers are having trouble. You could make some kind of announcement. I mean, Krishna Hegde says that, the collectors have been told to look into it, and by the time of when will that happen? You could have announced a package. You could have said that all the farmers could get this kind of package if they lost the crop. No, Mr. Hegde, I didn't speak when you were speaking, so please have the courtesy. These are the important issues that need to be addressed. What will happen then later? Who's going to wait to see? What is happening right now is very important. They are not looking at that. There's nothing of those sort. Concessions are being given to women, and there is no women minister. Women and Child
So what
Development
are you
Minister is the
talking
main.
again and again, Mr.
Where are we
Claude?
getting to?
There are 18
I mean,
ministers, women ministers will also come.
Listen,
Is
Mr.
this the part
Pathak.
of the budget
You were
speech?
behaving like a big holier than thou when you others were talking. You
What are
asked
you
him to
repeating
stop.
again
Have
and
the
again?
decency to stop.
1 second,
If you-
one by
I
one.
can talk in between. Yeah, so ask him to stop. Because he behaves holier
1
than
minute.
thou when others are talking when he's talking. So tell him to keep quiet when I'm talking.
Clive,
Please.
stick to the point. Stick to the point.
No,
Yes.
I'm sticking to the point. He's interjecting. Tamanna, please tell him to stop. I'm sticking to the point. I don't interject when others are talking. My point
Okay,
is
please
very
continue.
simple. The farmers are suffering. What are you doing for the farmers? You are making big announcement. You're giving big ticket, promises, and you're showing dreams. But the farmers right now are suffering. They need some kind of package. They should have announced. They can announce it tomorrow also. There is nothing stopping them. Don't sell dreams that will never be fulfilled. Go and look into the minor things
Mr. Hegde is
which are
refusing
important
to.
for the farmers and talk like that.
Mr. Hegde is refusing to even agree that farmers are suffering. When I'm telling
Absolutely.
you from
I
Maharashtra
did not tell
farmers,
you
can I
that.
pull up a Times of
No,
India
no.
report for you, Mr.
No,
Hegde,
no,
since
no.
you told me to check my facts? 1 minute,
No,
1
no.
minute.
Tamanna,
A
don't take it
Maharashtra farmer travelled
personally.
70 kilometers to sell
No, I have never
512
said-
kilo
I have never
onions,
said-
gets
no,
check
no,
of 2 rupees.
don't
1
put
minute,
your
Mr.
words
Hegde.
into my mouth,
When I
please.
told you, 1
Don't
minute,
put
1
your
minute,
words
Mr.
into
Hegde.
my mouth.
No, we can. I have the clip. This is on live TV. This is not
No, you are
a
telling me that
conversation we're having
I
privately.
did not agree that the farmers are suffering. I am telling you that the farmers are suffering. I told you there is
When I told you
unseasonal
that a
rainfall.
farmer had
I
to
told you
sell
that the
onions
district-
for 2 rupees, you said no. That's not correct. Did you not?
No, you are talking about one farmer. I am telling you the basic rate
No,
the
you
farmer is
said
getting.
check your
No, it's
facts.
not
This has
one
not
farmer.
happened.
It's
1
not one
minute.
farmer.
Secondly,
I'm
let
going
me
to
tell
pull
you,
up this.
I also told you that the district collectors have been
No,
told
either
that
the
before
facts
the
are
assembly
wrong or
session,
they're not, or they're not
no,
convenient.
and I've told you that the district collectors have been told to give the report before the ground report and the factual report before this assembly session is over. A package will be announced. I told you that. Secondly, to Mr. Clyde Castro's thing about
what was my
the
question
woman,
to you?
about the
that
woman
what were your district
minister
collectors doing
in-
before that? What were your district collectors doing that? I told you that a farmer had to sell onions for 2 rupees and you said that's not a fact. Now you're saying maybe it is one farmer. Mr. Hegde, I'm not going
Tamanna,
into, you
are
is the
trying
government
to,
going to do something or not doing
just
something?
because I corrected
but
your
you
facts,
have to first,
you are trying to pull up this issue.
accept what is happening in the state. We can't be in a state of denial.
No, we are all accepting what is, and that is why we are giving the solutions. You think we are fools sitting down here?
What are the solutions?
We are
You're not
giving the
giving any
solutions.
solutions.
Let me add
Mahavikas
something.
Agadi government,
Tamanna,
in the last
Tamanna, I will
Mahavikas
put some question.
Tiwary ji, 1 second.
will
No
put
one
some,
is saying anybody is
in
fools.
the last
I have not
Mahavikas
said
Agadi
that, Mr.
government-
Hegde. Please don't take it personally.
No.
Please don't take it
I should
personally.
add
No,
something.
We are
let me
talking
speak then,
about
let me
what
speak.
the
Let me
Shinde
speak
government is
then.
going to do
I'm telling you
about the
now.
plight of the
I'm just
farmers.
telling you,
Yes,
I'm
please, the
replying to
floor
you.
is yours.
I'm
Yes.
replying to you. In the last Mahavikas Agadi government, headed by Uddhav ji, the farmers were told that they were going to give a compensation of around 50,000 rupees and nothing was given. And when Shinde ji's and Devendra ji's government have come, the Shiv Sena and the BJP government,
Let me
we
add
have
the-
given the 50,000 rupees to the farmers, which the previous government has not given. And they are saying that
Let
we are
me add
packaging
something.
old wine in new bottle. We are giving the relief to the farmers.
That's what
And we'll
exactly what
continue
it
to
was.
give the-
They
and
only
we'll continue
continued
to
and
give it.
fulfilled what was promised
minute.
earlier. They didn't do
No,
anything
you have
separately.
not given the 50,000. We have given the 50,000.
No, your government changed. I think
You
you
have
forgot
failed
that
to
the
give
government
it.
changed. No?
Let me
You are-
add
you
Tamanna
You are a
continue.
government.
You
You are a
continue.
I want to
government.
add something.
Stop.
No,
For 2
no.
Why
years,
are
you
all of
have
you all
failed
talking
government.
together?
Shut
And you
up.
took the credit.
Why are all of you all talking together? 1 minute. I am showing you that post-dated check that went viral of a farmer who did get paid 2 rupees. This is not, Mr. Hegde, I'm not, upset because you told me personally, why did you say that? It's because our viewers should know that what we put out here is very much factual. The deepest respect for you, but we're not sitting here talking out of our hats either. That's the simple point. Now, the question over here, and what we started our conversation with is, of course, the budget is a please all. It has promised a lot. If this government comes back in 2024, you will have a chance to put that through. But right now, the budget is also a very political document. And I want to come on that perspective to Mr. Vishwas Pathak. Mr. Pathak, in terms of owning the legacy, of the Shiv Sena, and can I please get Mr. Pathak on the screen? In terms of owning the legacy of the Shiv Sena, of Balasaheb Thackeray, something that Uddhav Thackeray is now fighting legally to get a hold of, do you think that this budget does send out that political message as well? Yes, Mr. Pathak.
Of Honorable CM of Maharashtra this evening, he said a brilliant finance minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, has presented this budget. Now, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis was there as the CM for last 5 years. And you would have seen that there was a legacy, there was a pattern of reaching out to the public through this budget. So I think it is a continuation of the same thing. Be it metro railway,
he's not answering your question, Tamanna.
Bullet trains.
Leave that to me, Clyde. Let me also do my job.
Yeah, I know it's your job, but I was also...
Kishore Tiwary would like to add.
I want to ask
Tamanna, I would like to add.
Why they stopped the Jaliyat Shiva Yojana?
Tamanna, I would
This
like
water
to add.
body program. Why they have stopped it? When scientifically it was proved that it is turning out to be good, they have stopped it. So this government has again started it.
I have actually, on the Jal Yukt Shivir Yojana, the Jal Yukt Shivir Yojana, which went on for a while, it was a good program, but it needed to be enhanced because there were periods of severe drought even after that.
We are enhancing, we are giving softs to that.
It needs to be enhanced. I am saying this from the experience of having traveled and reported on this. Yes. Okay. Now, let's come to the political question. Clyde, to the political question. You know, where does the differentiator then lie as far as voters are concerned? Because this government has taken the USP of the Uddhav Sena and what he had put at the forefront of the MVA. Remember, the NCP and the Congress were supporting partners in the MVA. It was the Uddhav Sena at the forefront. They have taken that USP and they've run with it. What are you going to go to voters with?
So we have to go to voters with the kind of work they've done. Each individual constituency, each candidate will go with the work that individual has done, the candidate has done. That's what we are doing. That's what has been shown in the bypolls that happened in Chinchwad, okay, and Kasba, that people have gone out and showed what the work they've done, and we'll go into. So each individual candidate comes together as the Mahavikas Aghadi, and these three partners together, that's the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, the NCP, and the Congress will go to the people and tell them what work you've done and let them decide. That is what I'm trying to say. It is the end of the day, it's the people. Here, in this case, is the farmers. The farmers are suffering. There's nothing. I mean, people are denying that they don't have a problem. I mean, they were talking about giving 20 rupees when they're getting 2 rupees as a check. You just showed the check. So insensitivity towards the farmers is what some farmers will understand, the people will understand.
They have a lot to go. Remember the
vote.
BJP, 1 minute. Remember the BJP was the single largest party in the last assembly election. Devendra Fadnavis is a popular leader in Maharashtra. And now you have the force of the Shinde Sena. It is going to be a tough fight in 2024. We're seeing where that strategy is being laid in this budget. I want to thank all of you for joining us and talking to us on your points of view on the first debate this evening. We'll take a very quick break, but when we come back, we're turning our attention to the state of Telangana, where the tremors of Delhi's liquor gate have reached. We tell you what that story is about on the other side.